Okay, Ma, when you're getting ready to do a pivot table or pivot chart, first you want to go into your program there, and you'll see how we have all of your data in here. This is a file that I used for class today. But what you want to do, and this is in 2007, Office 2007. What you want to do is you want to right click and select all of your data that you want to use for the table, and go on the ribbon here, go to Insert, Pivot Table, click there. Now it's going to bring up this box right here that's going to ask you first what you want to name the table, or first what you want to select as your table range, and you've already done that right here, and it'll say table 2. But what you could do if you didn't have this done already, you could just click here and go like this, and it'll say sheet 1 there. Click that again, and now all of that area has been selected. Or you can use an external data source, meaning that you could use another text document or an access file or something like that. Now the second thing that you have to do in this area right here is to choose where you want the pivot table report to be placed. You can either have it on the existing worksheet, which is the sheet that you're working on right now, where you would normally do like a regular chart. If you were going to do a pie chart or column chart or whatever, they normally just lay down in the area that you're still working on, or a new worksheet, so it'll move it to a different location. So we're going to check new worksheet there and click OK. And that brings us to the pivot table area. Now right here it says to build a report, choose the field from the pivot table field list. Now that's going to be over here, and here donor ID, first name, last name, address, city, state, all the way down the line for these right here. You can see that these are the same fields that we had across the columns right here on our other sheet. We go back here, clicking on the sheets there. Let's say we want to use last name, so we click last name, and it lists in the A column, it lists all of the last names that we have here. And this bottom is going to be a grand total column, but we're not going to need to worry about that for just a regular general text entries. Now if you wanted the names to be across the top like this, you could just go and move it over here into this column labels area like that, and now you see, bang, we've got all the names of the people across here. I'm not really too keen on the way that looks, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it down here into the row labels area. Now that we have the x-axis or the row labels for our table here, now we have to have some column labels that run across the top. And so we are going to take item donated, and you can see it dropped it into this row labels area. As you can see, Anderson donated a gift basket, Barguno a Toy Store gift certificate, all the way down the line for all the different things. But we have some people that possibly donated duplicates. So what we're going to do is we want to use the items donated for our column labels. So we're going to move this over by clicking on it, left clicking on it, and dragging over here, drop it in there. Now 10 pounds of fresh fish, 1 year free coffee, automotive gift certificate, all the way down the line across here you have your items. Now that we have this, we have our people and the items that they donated. Now we have to figure out what the data that's going to go in here in this area is going to be. So we could either go and do item value, or if we had an area that listed the number of items that was donated, this right here is not that. We could do that, but okay, right here we're going to click item value. Now you can see, interestingly enough, it didn't drop it into that row labels like it did the last two text values, because the item value, if we click back onto our first sheet, item value is currency. So it's a numeric value. And since it's a numeric value, it automatically wants to sum them. It wants to put them in with, group them in with the rest of the numbers. And if we click zip code, it would do the same thing. Right here, it would drop it down in here, sum of zip code, and then it would also give these. Now we're going to go up here, but you can just see all of the numbers is going to want to drop into the values section. Now we could take this and put it over here and say, for whatever reason, Anderson did $75 worth of what? That doesn't really make any sense to me right there. How we've got it right there, because Krypton gave $45 and $75 worth of what? So we move it back into the values. Now we can go across here and say Krypton, sorry, gave $75 for football tickets and $45 for free photography sitting. Right here, football tickets and free photography sitting. You can see there. Now you can do a few other things with these. You can take down here and look to see, like say we wanted to put, whoop, can't do that, never mind. I have to take the data from the other thing, but say I had, say McFall here gave us 10 pounds of fresh fish right here that's worth another $100, then it would automatically come down these rows and total this, and instead of it being 100 down here for our grand total, it would automatically sum these. And it's a pretty powerful tool once you learn how to use it. Also, it's going to show you the grand totals across the table here. Now, I also could switch these two around. There. And now we have another, the row labels and the names of the people are switched now. But that really, I don't know, that doesn't look right to me either. It just doesn't have the right kind of flow for me, so I'm going to switch it back. Anyway, that's pretty much how you do a pivot table. So if you have any more questions, just call me or let me know. I hope that helped.